Alright, so looking at this police report, you look at the first part, alright. Now, what led to the cops being called? It was the librarian. Well, the librarian, I think I know who it is. I had a misunderstanding over the internet. When the internet went down, I wanted to look at the little signal Wi-Fi box. I could see it, like, in her office. The door was wide open, and I was like, okay, I just want to see if the lights are flashing. And she steps in my way, and I was like, well, can you tell me if the lights are flashing? Can you tell if it's not working? She's like, well, it feels warm. I'm like, okay, how does it feel? And she's like, well, it usually feels warm. And it was kind of a back and forth. There was confusion. But, and she was blocking my way to get to the internet box, and I didn't touch I pushed her down and kicked her as I was walking past to look at the box. No, we didn't we didn't make any contact or anything, but it was a slightly tense moment, alright, where I was just confused, because I felt maybe that it was tampered with, because I heard a weird sound, like something dropped. But I gave up and just kind of went back to my computer and used the alternate internet, because I knew there was another signal coming from the store that my computer could pick up, and I just went along my business. But I think after that there was a little tenseness, and I went after the library closed. Almost 2 hours after the library closed, that's when the sheriff arrived, based on the librarian making her call. So then we can get into the interaction. So I could see why the interaction was initiated, and then you get into the interaction. Yeah, he didn't turn on his emergency lights. I agree there. I agree he knocked on the door. I exited the vehicle fast. Then we talked about, I said it was raining. Well, do I really need to negate what happened? This is all stuff that was on the video. Okay, indicated he had only been in the parking lot since closing. This was on the video. I didn't immediately ask him his name. That can be negated on the video. I didn't mumble one word. And if he said I mumbled one word, that was my name after he told me his name. And then I asked him if he wanted to tell me his name, if he wanted my first name. Yeah, he asked me if I had identification on him, and I said I forget exactly what said on the. You could just refer back to the video. Putting my name on my chest. Yes, I agree. He didn't say his first name. Only he pointed his name on his chest, which only shows his last name. If I dictated, yeah, it can go one of two ways or something like that, bud. I told him he could cooperate with showing me, or he could be. Yeah, then I asked if I had any photo ID. Yeah, I wanted to establish a trade there with photo ID, otherwise I'd just tell him my name. I told the man to put his hands behind his back. Okay. Checking for tightness. Yeah, asked dispatch for the registered. Okay, registered to me. Okay. Picture. Okay, you return. Okay, with me. He brought me back. I asked him. Okay, yeah, he kept asking me not for my name, but for my ID. So I'd scratch out name and put ID. Asked what my name was. I already knew his name. Okay, I didn't need to catch his name. I didn't know his first name. Maybe that was what he was talking about. And after I told him, he stated his name was Travis. Yeah, okay, asked my first name. Okay. And then I asked his last name. Okay, no, I already knew his last name. I didn't need to ask him that again. Alright, especially for video. Or when I'm not near my camera, there's no need to establish re-asking that, like I'm harassing him with that. I told him once again. Okay. Yeah, that makes it sound like a retarded conversation. I did not do that. It was more a matter of him telling me that he needs my ID. He already patted me down. He already put me in handcuffs and patted me down to look for my picture ID. Then he started asking me where where is my ID in my car? And I'm like, I had to look for it. Okay, yeah, it's Alan, okay. My name is William. Yeah, he told me my date of birth. He asked me if I was a constitutionalist, and I was like, no, I'd like to share information. I'm more of an information sharer than a constitutionalist. And from Heinz, it doesn't have to go this way if you just cooperate, which, I mean, it's about identifying myself. I kept insisting, okay, a lot. It went back and forth a lot, and I said I identified myself. I told you my name. I could tell you it again, and he's like, no, I need your ID. That's the law. And then he asked, do you remember signing your driver's license? And I'm like, yeah, I suppose I did. Yeah, but, I mean, was this a traffic stop? I don't even know what I was being arrested for, besides the obstruction. Why he would not show me his photo, and he said I did. No, I said I identified myself. I identified myself. I said, no, Travis, you did not. You did not give me, you did not identify yourself. You did not give me your ID. Your ID is, he's insisting that showing your identification, showing your picture ID, driver's license, is the only way that you can identify yourself. Telling him his name is all he had to do, and I didn't say per the Constitution. All right, I'm not that constitutionalist like he asked. I don't even bother bringing that up. I can shut the door, gave him a few minutes to reconsider. When I went back, once again informed of the situation, he went back only once. Did not have to go down this path that I think I mentioned maybe he was being unlawful. I don't mention Constitution. And they did not have to show me ID. Show me anything. Yeah, well, I agree. I again shut the door. Yeah, he only shut the door once on me, and that was it. Yeah, and then he requested Mustang towing, and we didn't talk after that, especially the whole ride over to the jail. He really had this angry look in his eyes. It didn't seem like he could really talk to this guy. I informed that he wasn't. Okay, yeah, I did say I was thirsty, but I didn't demand water and say that I wouldn't answer questions. I did ask questions. In fact, I'm sure they record at the jail, but he just started arguing with me. He's like, this is what you get. And he mentioned, he was talking about how he asked me if I had $750 and that this is going to cost me $750. And he's like, is this what you wanted? Is this what you're trying to get at? Or something like that. The conversation went just a little bit differently. So I did not gauge, how convenient. But I mean, it was just a regular checking up on me. Anyway, I can understand. But yeah, this does fail to mention that he also said, while I was recording, well, this is during the recording, that he was going to have me sit next to him and record my face too, and then he didn't talk about deleting my video as well. That's pretty convenient to not even talk about that. So it went different between the video and my testimony compared to his report.